Hi there, it's Grandma Roseanne, and we are going to have a fancy dinner tonight. We're going to have Lobster Newburg. Now, it is easy to make. You probably ordered it in restaurants and probably paid a small fortune for it, because lobster's a little bit pricey, but nonetheless, every once in a while you can splurge. So tonight we are splurging. I have got 4 lobster tails here. They're 4 ounces each. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to cut them. Now the shells look like they're really difficult to cut, but in fact they're really not. They're not that hard to cut. So you cut right into it, cut down, turn it around, and cut the rest. Just like that. Our shells are cut, we're going to put them in clarified butter. Clarified butter used to scare me. It really did. It's nothing to be scared of. And I have a video on clarified butter if you want to go in and just look at the step by step. But basically all you're doing is taking a chunk of butter, put it in a pan, and letting it melt. You don't want it to be bubbling all over. Just let it melt nicely. Then you're going to tip the pan like this, and you're going to find stuff on the top of the pan, and you're just going to scrape it out. It's just the solids in there. You scrape that out, then you are left with the clarified butter, and then these are the solids that are at the bottom. So you have this gunky stuff on the top, get rid of it, pull the clarified butter out that you're going to use, and then discard this. So simple. What I needed was 2 tablespoons of clarified butter, which I have put in the pan over here. Now we're just going to heat this pan up. And we're going to salt the lobster. So we're just going to turn it over, get the fleshy side up, and just salt it nicely. Just like that. Now, as soon as the heats up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and pop the lobsters in. And they're only going to cook for maybe 2 or 3 minutes on each side. Now, while this is warming, I am going to just put in just a little bit of lemon in there. So I squeezed a little bit of lemon in there because lemon is always perfect with butter and with any seafood. All right, now we're just going to pop these in, flesh side down. Now, in the oven, I have got puff pastry that is cooking right now. Puff pastry you can make. There's a lot of recipes online. It's really difficult, I think. I have tried it a few times. Marginal success, marginal. But if I have time, I really want to play around with it more because I just always think it's great when you can make things like that. Alexa, stop. So hold my thought for just one moment, because what I have to do is I have to flip these over. Okay, so we're just going to flip them over to the shell side now. Alexa, time 3 minutes. So, as I was...
3 minutes.
She's still talking. So as I was saying, puff pastry is something that you can just buy. So I bought this, which is a Pepperidge Farm, and let me show you what it looks like when it comes out of the package. Really easy to use, you guys. Looks like when it goes in. Just this tiny little disc. You put this on the top, you bake it at 425, and you bake it for 18 to 20 minutes. This is your finished product. Aren't they beautiful? They're They're really flaky. They're just delectable. They're wonderful. They're just wonderful to eat. It's just a beautiful little pastry. And then you just wrap the others up. You put them back in and pull them out the next time. Now you can put anything in these, anything you want. They're really beautiful with, oh my gosh, desserts and fruits and whipping cream with fruit in it and custards, and it's endless the things that you can use those for. Letting these continue to cook nicely. And I think when you can find something like this, I remember when lobster used to be the expensive seafood. Oh my goodness, have you seen crab lately? I went to our market and it was $42 a pound. Really outrageous. All of a sudden, lobster became a reasonable meat or a reasonable seafood to cook. So now we want to remove these. We're going to put them on a plate and we're just going to allow them to cool. And don't put them on a rack. Put them on a plate because we're going to want to capture all of the juices that it's extracting while it's sitting there waiting. Now, take a look in the pan here. Look at all of this beautiful fond. Look at that. That is nothing but intense, intense flavor. We're going to add just a little bit of sherry. You can use brandy, you can use sherry, you can use cognac, whatever you want, but I like sherry, so we're going to use a little bit of sherry. 2 tablespoons. We're going to let that reduce a little bit. Now we're going to make the Newburg sauce, and it's such a delicious sauce. And what it is 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And you want to use heavy cream. Sometimes it'll say whipping cream. Do not try to use half and half. Don't use milk. You really do want the richness of this. And then to the 1/2 cup, we're going to put in 2 egg yolks. So let me get rid of these whites. And you can use the whites tomorrow for an egg white omelet. How's that sound? I think it sounds pretty good. Then we just want to mix this up. Just beat those egg yolks in. Good. Now we don't want this to be a really thick sauce, but we want it thicker than this. So we're going to let it reduce a little bit. Doesn't take very long. See what's happening there? All right, now while that's doing what it needs to do, we're going to pull the lobster meat out. It's not hard to do. Get your fingers in there and pull it out. Just like that. That little bit of dripping that we have there, it doesn't look like very much, but it's all flavor. Now we want to cut this into, I don't know, not real small pieces. You want chunks in there. So maybe about 1 inch. Just like that. See? Isn't that beautiful? Now we just mix it all together. And And we're just gonna let that lobster just heat through. And to this, you can add some parsley if you'd like. You can add some tarragon, whatever you'd like. You know, it's beautiful. It's pretty on here and it's nice and flavorful. All right, give me just a minute. I'm gonna plate it, just 1 second. Our finished product is ready for a taste. On our little puff pastry, all you do is you just pop the little top off and set it to the side, and it is pretty. Now, I think a nice glass of wine goes really nice with a beautiful dinner like this. So, let's take a taste and let's make sure we did a great job on this. Get some lobster on there. Get some of the puff pastry on there. That's really good. The lobster is perfect. The Newburg sauce, very delicate. Very, very, very nice. And this dinner just took us probably less than 20 minutes actually, start to finish. So with that being said, I will say cheers to you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. This is our Saturday. So we're going to have a nice evening dinner. We're going to sit down, cuddle up on the couch, watch a good movie, and be happy that we had such an outstanding dinner. So subscribe, ingredients will be below. Invite a friend to come and join so you guys can cook together. That's always fun to do. So with that being said, goodbye. Thank you for coming. Come back again and have a great weekend. Bye.